Hey guys, good morning. Just want to update you on the Harbinger, the MLS1000 for a couple quick minutes. Couple nights ago, this is Tuesday now, like the 31st of May, but so last Friday night, I'm a few days late doing this one, but we had gig number 2 with it. So if you remember before the unboxing video, we just got it in, literally did what I never do, unboxed it, plug it in, make sure it worked, quick mic check, and then off to a gig that me and a buddy did, and it worked out great. Compliments. My buddy thought it sounded good. I walked out while he was playing, and I really did. I thought it sounded good. If I was a patron and not a audio gearhead, I wouldn't have thought nothing different. And I tend to get kind of picky about the sound. Just want a good quality sound. So it was good. So Friday night, myself and Aaron, her and I, we played at a new kind of a new ownership restaurant that just opened up, and we had played there before under the previous owners. We played there a handful of times, and it's kind of a tough place to play, in my opinion, because it's kind of circular inside, I guess you would say, with a bar kind of right in the middle, and we're put in a place where we have to, cover straight ahead, left, really hard left, kind of, probably like 160, 170 degrees left, and then right, maybe about 130, 140 degrees, if you look at dispersion and optimum coverage and stuff. So before, when we go there in years past, we'd bring actually 2 Yamaha DXR10s on stands, and we would use a DXR10 as a monitor as well. And then I remember the last couple times we played, we were always told to turn down. Now, there's a lot of ambient noise. SPL levels for a place like that is quite high with the ambient noise, I would say. Kind of on par with what you might expect in a small bar, with just lots of conversation going on, and stuff like that. This place, me and Aaron guessed, there was probably, when it was full, there's probably 80 people in there. And you guys have been in the restaurants before where you have you got your conversation, you got forks, knives, spoons hitting the plate, you got you got drinks being set down, and like I said, just the whole conversation by lots of people. So you guys know what I'm talking about with all that ambient and background noise. That's why sometimes if you've played a lot, you wonder, well, why do you even use a monitor? Well, we use a monitor 100% of the time. At least we have up until this point, because sometimes you're right on top of people and you truly can't hear yourself. So we do need that floor wedge. So anyways, we were always been told to turn down in the past, and using the Yamaha stuff. So we take the one Harbinger MLS1000, and we took the QSC CP8 for a floor wedge. And I had stopped in the night before, and there was also a male-female duo there, which was, I think, their grand opening night, or the first night they had live music. So I think we got night number 2 of live music under the new opening. So they were running a couple of TS312s, and they had a floor wedge, an actual, I think it was actually like a coax type wedge. I actually just got in there just to catch the last song that they were doing, and then I talked to the guy who was playing guitar afterwards, and he said that he's very familiar with the area and stuff. He's a local musician, and he said that they were asked to turn down, just like we always were. So I thought, okay, no problem. We're gonna be good with this Harbinger unit. So we get there, we get set up, and we had it turned down. Again, you've heard me say this before if you follow the channel, turned down to less volume that I would practice with in this room that you're looking at right here. So we were probably a couple songs in, and the manager, lady who hired us, she'd come up, she goes, go down just a little bit. And I'm like, is it the wedge or the main speaker? And I'm pretty sure she said she wasn't for sure. So we turned both down a little bit. Now Aaron always gets mad because I got the monitor too loud. So in this particular case, we turned them both down a little bit, not knowing which, right? And truth, there's a lot of glass in this room, and I say it's a very lively room, lots of reflections. But it does have a taller ceiling too. So, and I'm going to try to throw in some pictures here so you get an idea. So we turned it down, and then let's say the second set, she came up again. She goes, "Can you turn it down a little bit more?" So we turned down even a little more, and to the point to where I, always run the wireless guitar. So I walked out and I started listening while Aaron was singing and I was playing, and I'm like, man, is this really getting out? Now we did have some friends there that were kind of seated far away, and I told my one friend, I said, listen, I told her, I said, let me know, let me know if it's not good. You gotta let me know. I said, we're kind of using new stuff tonight. She's like, no, John, it's good, it's fine, it's just fine. So I mean, it was carrying the room. And then Aaron would walk out while I was playing and singing, and I just told her to just go back to the farthest corner. I said, just make sure. And she said it was carrying. So let me roll in some pictures real quick for you. Okay, so maybe I should have took video and kind of just panned the room, but I didn't. So, but hopefully you got a little bit of a feel of the openness, the tall ceilings, um, and um, and can probably just envision the just the background noise basically. So, and if this didn't work out, then I'll just throw them in right at the end. So, uh, so yeah, we that's the room, and I think the dispersion was great. Now we did have somebody right at the end of the night come up to us and said, "Hey, good seeing you guys. Sound good." I said, "I didn't even know you were here." And he goes, "Yeah, I was back over there in the corner." I'm like, "Man, didn't even see us." So he said the vocal sounded good, but the guitar sounded smeared. But I believe where he was to our extreme left, which was there was a partial wall there, and I think that's why I couldn't see him, because there are just a couple tables that are outside the view of probably the speaker, outside of my view where we were standing. So uh, at any rate, so I guess I can understand that with all the other noise, maybe not being able to hear the guitar. Of course, vocals always, sitting above, the guitar. So I guess I can understand that. And then over where my other friend, where she was sitting with her friends, who said everything was fine, it sounded good. That was probably 130 to 140 degrees to our right. So I was confident with that dispersion characteristics, and I said, "Tell me." I said, "I'm not going to get butthurt. Tell me if it's not good." And she said it was good. And there were people at a table behind her that approached us, asked what all kind of music we did and stuff, and asked for one of our cards. So it was obviously good enough to them. So, anyways, that's an update. Gig number two. It ran fine. No complaints. Happy with it so far with the weight. If I had any druthers, I wish the little onboard mixer, because I start thinking about, well, what if we decided to forego our mixer and stuff? Well, technically we could. We got two inputs there, two XLRs. We could run vocal mics, and then I could just go in the stereo channel, just plug it in the mono with my with the line 6, or just my straight acoustic if we use that. But the problem is, here's my druther. I'd rather it had a master volume control, because like I told Aaron, I said, if we ever have to turn up or turn down, I said, literally, we have to kind of guess, adjust my mic, your mic, and then the guitar, and we'll probably lose our mix, or we got a good chance of losing our mix, you know what I mean? So, but I knew that buying it, so I can't fault that. I'm not faulting this unit of that. It's not a mistake over the unit. It comes in at a price point, and I was looking for good sound at a, let's just say, under $1,000 price point, and that's what we got. So, anyways, I think that's it. I think that's the biggest thing right now. I wish it had that, but I'm totally good using our outboard mixer. Again, with this, it is a quick setup, as we know. We do avoid a speaker stand, we do save space, and we do get dispersion to where in this particular place, we would always have to use, except for a couple times I use one, hoping it would do the job at just a 90-degree dispersion. We do have the dispersion here. So, again, it's ran great. I'm happy with it. I believe I'm going to keep it. I still may order a second one, just for bigger things, just for backup, just to leave one set up here. Just I like having options. So, um, but anyways, that's it. Let me know if you got any questions. The rundown for that night was, I was using my SM57. She's using her wireless 58. I was using the Squire Telecaster into a Line 6 Pod Go. And I told you the MLS 1000 and the QSC CP8 um, as a backup plan. Oh, and then into a Yamaha MG10XU. All the channels panned over either left or right, whichever I used, and then just one lead ran into channel 1 on the Harbinger. So backup plan, as always, for that was I did have an extra speaker stand just thrown in the gear bag in case this failed. I do it usually in case anything fails if I'm not running two tops and a wedge. So if for some reason this failed or something, I would throw that CP8 on the stand kind of high and behind us to get us through the night. And of course I got an extra mixer with us usually, in case something failed with the one of the Yamaha mixers. So anyways, just a quick vid. I hope that helps. I'll keep you guys updated. Any questions, let me know. So we'll see you. Be good. Do good shows. See you. Bye.